Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to my 2023 Stanley Cup playoff predictions. Playoffs get going Monday, whatever day that is, April the 17th, and it's going to be another great year. I mean, the league is really stacked this year, and we're fortunate to be able to watch a ton of these teams go at it. Obviously, the Bruins, record number of wins, the Kraken making their first ever playoffs, records all around, and ton of awesome things happening. And so we're going to try to cover it all today, and as well as give my predictions. Quick disclaimer, if I pick against your team, it's not anything against your team. I just think that the other team will win. And also, I feel really stupid about this, but ever since the Blackhawks went down the hole, which was like the first week of the season, I mean, I just wasn't really able to sit down and watch an entire game. So this will be pretty interesting how this goes. First one, the Avalanche against the Kraken. Oh man, I really, I mean, for a wild card matchup against the 1 seed, that's really tough. Now, obviously, Seattle got that first wild card, but come on now, I mean, this is not an easy choice for the first game. I think I'm gonna have to take Avs. In a hard-fought offensive series. Both these teams can score, but I do like Colorado. But I do like that series to go pretty deep. Dallas and Minnesota. Oops, I guess I'm going to have to erase that because I can't scroll down with it. Oh, wait, maybe I can. Okay, I think I should be good. Next one, Dallas and Minnesota, a Central Division matchup. I'm going to go Stars in this one. I think that they showed... I think that they just played well on a more consistent basis. I think that's the word to go with here. So that's why I'm feeling Dallas in this one. And I like Minnesota to give them a fight, but I think Stars should be able to handle that one. All right, Vegas and Winnipeg. This is a fun one. But let's go Knights here. I think that's a pretty easy pick for a lot of people because the way that the Knights like to play is fast, offensive game. And I just don't think the Jets can keep up to that. So that's why I like the Knights there. And then they'll play the winners of the Oilers and Kings, a rematch from last year. Give me the upset here. LA. I like the Kings. I like their team. I think this is the year where LA has a chance to make a run. But obviously you run into Vegas next round, so it'll be difficult. But I like them going up over Edmonton there on a bit of an upset. All right, back up to the top of the bracket. Boston and Florida. I think the easy pick is obvious here to go with the Bruins. Most wins in franchise history. They get the number 2 wild card, the Florida Panthers, in the Eastern Conference. So give me the Bruins. I think the Panthers could win a game or so in that series, but might be pretty easily said and done with the Bruins. Who knows though? Florida could come out hungry. Toronto and Tampa Bay. It seems like we see these teams play in the playoffs all the time. And I think the Maple Leafs, another team that if they're going to make a run, it's going to have to be this year. Oops. They've got all the pieces. They've had all the pieces. They're starting to put them together. And I think they pick up a first-round victory here against Tampa Bay. Moving on. Carolina and the New York Islanders. Intriguing matchup here because the Islanders got in that first wild card. They snuck into the playoffs, but now they run into a very tough Carolina team. The Islanders are playing well, but I think the Canes take care of business here. In a competitive series. Moving along, they play the winner of New Jersey and the New York Rangers. Oh man, this is going to be fun. The Devils got off to that historic start. They got Jack Hughes, the offensive powerhouse, and then the Rangers, pretty similar story. Kate got over with Patrick Kane. Not an easy choice. But I like the ups. I like a 3-2 upset here. Again, I picked one over here. I'm going to do it again over here with the Rangers and the Devils. Give me the New York Rangers to take down the Devils. I think that one will go the distance, though, series-wise. All right, now we get to the second round matchups. Avalanche, Stars. 1 seed versus the 2 seed. Colorado's going back to the semifinals. I just think the Stars' offense isn't better than the Avs. Simple as that. And we'll see if the Stars can come out hot. See if they can play defense. But it's not easy against a very fast and offensive Avalanche team. Winner of the Knights and Kings will play Colorado in the semifinals. And I think we're going to have a 1-seed matchup here. Give me Vegas over the Kings. The Knights are going back to the semifinals for, if I'm not mistaken, the first time since they made it to that final against the Capitals in 2017. Check me on that. But, Knights will play the Avs on the Western Conference side of the bracket. Now, to the Eastern Conference. Boston, Toronto. What a series this is set up to be. And see, I have a hard time picking Boston here because they showed that at times in the season, they just did not perform a few games in a row, but they always found a way to get back on track. So maybe, hey, they lose the first 2 rounds of the games of the series, they might be able to come back. And that's the reason I will pick Boston to take down Toronto, as again, Toronto falls short. But that Bruins team, not an easy team to run into. All right, final one here. To play the Bruins, the Rangers versus the Hurricanes. 1 versus 3. Roll Canes. This is going to be a fun series. I love the Hurricanes. I love the Rangers. 2 of my favorite teams. 2 excellent teams. The Hurricanes just outpower them. They can score on any goaltender. They'll be able to get it by Shesterkin. They'll be able to get by anybody who New York puts in there. I like Carolina. Semifinals for a chance in the Stanley Cup final. The Knights and the Avalanche. Give me the 1 seed. Vegas Golden Knights going the distance. Will not go in the distance. Getting to the finish line. Well, not the finish line either. Getting right near the finish line. How about that? Now, who do they play in the final from the Eastern Conference? The Bruins and the Hurricanes. I said it again. The Canes can score on anybody. And that's why the Carolina Hurricanes are going to pull off the upset against the Boston Bruins and play in the Stanley Cup final. And I think because of all this hype I've given the Hurricanes, there's only one option than to give them the crown of my 2023 Stanley Cup final champion, as they will knock off the Vegas Golden Knights, I should say, in a 6 or 7 game series. After getting the upset over the Bruins, I think that is the result that we get. Hurricanes are going to make it to the final. They are going to win the final. That's how I see the Stanley Cup finals shaping up, the Stanley Cup playoffs shaking up this year. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Share your thoughts on my predictions in the comments below. Get ready for a great month or so of hockey as we get going for